All right, so our skill of the day today is I can divide with remainders using pictures. The word remainders is kind of a long word. Whoops, let me get my pencil tool. It's kind of a long word, and the word remainders just means leftover. So if I have a remainder or if something is remaining, it just means it's leftover at the end. I'll show you an example by starting with a problem that's going to have a remainder after we end up solving it. So I'm going to start with a division problem, 19 divided by 3. As you'll remember from our Mad Minutes, sometimes division looks a little bit differently. Sometimes it looks like this also. Either way, what I want you to do using pictures is I want you to draw 19 tally marks. And we're going to draw tally marks because they're nice and quick and because we are going to have to group them in just a second. So I have 19, which is my big number. That is the number of tally marks that I need to start drawing. And one more at the top. So now I have 19 different tally marks, but what I need to do next is I need to circle them in groups of 3, and I need to figure out how many equal groups I'm going to have at the end. So I'm going to change the color of my pencil, and I'm going to start circling the groups of 3 since that's the number I'm dividing by. So I'm circling the groups of 3 that are right next to each other. That way I can keep my work nice and neat. Now you'll notice that there's one that's left over. That one up here doesn't have a group. It doesn't fit. There's no more left for that guy to fit in the group. So we have to just leave that last tally mark kind of sitting by itself for right now. What I need to do is I need to count the equal groups that I have, and I can see that there's 6 equal groups. There's 6 groups of 3. So my answer to start is going to be 6. But then I have that one left. That's what I call the remainder. And instead of writing the word remainder, I'm going to write R and 1 at the end. So that's what dividing with pictures and remainders looks like. I want to do one more, and then I'll have you practice. I'm going to take the number 22, and I'm going to divide it by 6. Again, it can look like this, or it could also look like this, depending on how you write it. It doesn't matter as long as we have the big number on the inside at the top or the big number first with the equation at the bottom. So like we started off before, this time I'm going to draw 22 tally marks. And there's my 22. The next thing I need to do is I need to start circling groups of 6, since that's what I'm dividing by. I'm trying to get my groups as close as I can together to keep my work as neat as possible. And I'll see that there's 4 right there. I cannot circle that group since it's not a group of 6. I'm going to have to leave those until the very end. What I need to do next is I need to count my equal groups, which I can see that there are 3 equal groups, but I know that there is a remainder left, so I need to count my tally marks that don't have a circle or don't have a group, and there is 4 that are left over. So 3, remainder 4, or 3R4 would be the answer. I want to do just one more, and then I'll have you practice some on your own. This time I'm going to do a little bit bigger of a number. Let's do 41 divided by 9. And again, I'm going to start by drawing my 41 tally marks for today. Tomorrow I'll show you a little bit faster of a method, but this is the method I want us to work on today. What I need to do next is I need to start circling my groups of 9. I'm going to try and keep it as neat as I can. So I've circled my groups of 9. I can see that there's some left over, and there's some that I'm not going to be able to circle, which I'll need to count those here in just a second. If I count my equal groups, I can see that there's 4 equal groups. And if I count the ones that are left over without a group, I can see that there's 5 left. So I would do a R with 5, meaning that the answer is 41 divided by 9 is 4, with a remainder of 5 that are left over.